This video is based on a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, a timeless guide to human connection. And the link is waiting in the description if you want to explore it for yourself. In a world where self-checkout machines say thank you more consistently than most people, there's never been a better moment to relearn the old art of being human. Today, the Old Soul's Guide breaks down Carnegie's classic wisdom, decoded, modernized, and sharpened for a society running on Wi-Fi, burnout, and emotional autopilot. No manipulation, no fakery, just psychology, simplicity, and the kind of humanity most people forgot they had. Before diving in, consider subscribing to the Old Soul's Guide. It helps the channel grow, and it keeps more thoughtful content finding its way to you. Let's begin. The first human skill, making people feel seen. Modern life has conditioned people to survive on surface-level interactions. Fast, high, faster, buy, and emotional connections weaker than public Wi-Fi. But here's the forgotten truth Dale Carnegie understood. Every person walks into every conversation carrying an invisible sign that reads, "Please notice me." It's universal. Kids crave it. Adults hide it. Lonely people beg for it. Successful people pretend they're above it. Yet the need remains. To win friends, no strategy matters more than this one rule. Make people feel seen, not scanned. That means noticing the small things, hearing the words beneath the words, treating someone's presence as an event, not background noise. A name spoken sincerely can heal insecurities. A genuine compliment can soften hardened years. A moment of undivided attention can shift the trajectory of a relationship. Dale Carnegie didn't write a book about manipulation. He wrote a book about waking up. Because when someone feels truly seen, something remarkable happens. They put down their armor. They let you in. They begin to trust. And here's the ironic twist society forgot. People don't remember what was said. People remember how you made them feel in your presence. Master that, and friendships stop being accidental. They become intentional. The ego problem nobody talks about. Most social struggles come from one problem. Competing egos colliding with each other like bumper cars with childhood trauma. Everyone tries to be the smartest, the funniest, the most correct, the one with the better story. But human connection isn't a competition, it's a rhythm. And nothing kills that rhythm faster than someone trying to win the conversation. Dale Carnegie's advice? Let the other person feel like the hero of the moment, not by shrinking, not by pretending, simply by stepping out of the spotlight long enough to let their ego breathe. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The strongest influence comes from the person who doesn't need to dominate. There is no quicker way to build resentment than one-upping. There is no quicker way to build connection than curiosity. Want to be memorable? Stop seeking attention. Start giving attention. The ego quiets down when the heart takes the lead. The art of listening like you actually mean it. Listening is a dying art. People don't listen. They wait. They wait for a pause long enough to jump in. They wait for a moment to steer the conversation back to themselves. Some even listen the way lawyers listen, preparing their next rebuttal. But people aren't puzzles to solve or debates to score. People want to be understood deeply, sincerely. Carnegie understood this. Listening is the most generous act a person can give without spending $1. When someone speaks, listen with your eyes, not just your ears. Notice their mood as much as their message. Hear what they care about, not just what they say. Ask follow-up questions, not follow-up stories. There's a practical reason this works. Most people feel ignored by 80% of the world. So the person who listens with genuine curiosity becomes unforgettable. Listening is influence. Listening is emotional intelligence. Listening is respect made visible. Because here's the hidden magic. People trust the ones who understand them. People follow the ones they trust. And influence without trust is just noise. Stop criticizing, the habit that destroys connection. Criticism feels productive until the relationship falls apart. Humans aren't logical creatures. They're emotional creatures with Wi-Fi. Carnegie said it clearly. Criticism doesn't change people. It only wounds their pride, triggers their defenses, and makes them resent you. But modern society normalized criticism disguised as just being honest, constructive feedback, telling it like it is. Yet behind every honest comment is a tiny emotional dagger. The moment someone feels judged, their brain switches from connection mode to survival mode. Instead of criticizing, try something harder. Understand before correcting. Acknowledge effort before suggesting improvement. Offer solutions, not insults. Speak to the future, not the past. Why? Because resentment grows in the shadow of criticism, but improvement grows in the light of encouragement. The goal isn't to avoid conflict. The goal is to avoid unnecessary ego damage. Influence isn't about controlling behavior. Influence is about protecting dignity, and dignity is something people never forget. The power of genuine appreciation. The human heart runs on something stronger than blood. It runs on recognition. Genuine appreciation is rare, not because people don't deserve it, but because society became so focused on efficiency that it forgot gratitude. Carnegie warned against flattery, the sugary lies used by manipulators and people-pleasers. What he taught was the opposite. Genuine appreciation, the kind that sees someone's effort and names it. It could be, "You really put thought into this. Your dedication shows. Your presence made the room better. Thank you for handling that quietly." These aren't compliments. These are acknowledgments. And here's the secret. Appreciation awakens the best in people. Flattery awakens suspicion. Humans instinctively know the difference. One expands the heart. The other tightens the shoulders. Genuine appreciation is influence through kindness. Simple, honest, powerful. Admitting mistakes, the strength everyone avoids. Most people treat mistakes like radioactive material. Don't touch it. Don't address it. Pretend it didn't happen and pray no one noticed. But Carnegie taught something radical. Admit mistakes quickly and openly. Why? Because it neutralizes tension. It disarms conflict. It communicates maturity. People don't trust perfection. They trust accountability. Perfection feels fake. Accountability feels human. The moment a mistake is admitted, the other person stops fighting and starts relating. There's a strange psychological effect at play. When someone owns the flaw, others stop feeling the need to point it out. That's not weakness. That's emotional intelligence. And it makes influence effortless because people lean toward those who choose humility over ego. Let others think it was their idea. Here's one of Carnegie's most controversial teachings. People support what they help create. If an idea is forced onto someone, even if it's brilliant, their ego resists. But if someone feels involved, consulted, or considered, the idea becomes theirs, and people will go to war for their own ideas. This principle shows up everywhere. Managers who can't build loyalty, partners who can't cooperate, parents who can't get kids to listen, friends who can't influence decisions. The secret isn't persuasion, it's participation. Let others speak first. Ask what they think. Invite their perspective. Let them shape the solution. Influence isn't about pushing, it's about allowing. Human beings don't rebel against ideas. They rebel against being controlled. But when someone feels ownership, connection deepens, and influence becomes mutual, not manipulative. Appeal to higher meaning, not lower instincts. People want to see themselves as good, honorable, and capable. Even when their actions fall short, the identity remains. Carnegie understood this profound truth. People change not when shamed, but when invited to rise. Tell someone they're selfish, and they'll defend themselves. Tell someone they're better than that, and they'll try to prove it. Appeal to their values, their pride, their sense of fairness, their better nature, not their fear, insecurity, or guilt. Humans are naturally aspirational. Show them who they can be, and watch them step into it. Influence rooted in shame breaks spirits. Influence rooted in dignity builds character. And people never forget who helped them become a better version of themselves. The golden habit. Smile like you mean it. A smile seems simple. Too simple, maybe. But Carnegie insisted on it for a reason. A warm expression sets the emotional tone before a single word is spoken. Not a forced grin. Not the polite customer service smile that feels like emotional tax. A genuine, relaxed, open expression. The facial equivalent of, "You're safe here." People trust warmth. People open up to softness. People relax around sincerity. A genuine smile isn't manipulation. It's hospitality expressed through the face. And in a world drowning in stress, one person's calm presence is influence enough. Influence without losing yourself. Carnegie's teachings weren't meant to turn anyone into a people-pleasing chameleon. The goal isn't to blend in. The goal is to stand out through emotional intelligence. Real influence isn't about bending to others. It's about lifting others while staying rooted in authenticity. The old soul's path to influence looks like this. Speak with kindness. Listen with sincerity. Appreciate with honesty. Correct with gentleness. Connect with curiosity. Lead with humility. Influence isn't loud. Influence isn't aggressive. Influence isn't manipulative. Influence is the quiet strength that makes people feel better for having crossed your path. This is the kind of wisdom the world has forgotten, the kind that builds trust instead of tension, connection instead of conflict, and humanity instead of performance. These principles aren't tricks. They're reminders of who people were before the world made everyone defensive, rushed, and emotionally absent. If this video helped, share it with someone who needs a nudge back toward empathy. And for those walking the old soul path, remember, connection is the oldest magic. Use it well.